We've lived in a van for 1 month so far.
We've been on the road for about a month now, and we kind of just wanted to do an assessment of how we're feeling, how we're adjusting to this lifestyle, and an overall view of our expectations versus reality. I feel like we have transitioned into this lifestyle very, very well. It's definitely not as hard as people maybe made it out to be or told us it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way harder than this. And I think, I mean, if we were to jump into this in a day rather than plan it, then I think it would be super hard. But we planned this for like years. So with the right planning and the right preparation, it was actually a really smooth transition.
It's been amazing. We have seen so many things that I always dreamed of seeing, like Banff and Lake Louise and Glacier, and just to be able to see all of those amazing places within just a month, it's pretty crazy. Like, that probably would have taken us years just because it would have been like one trip each summer or one trip every other year, but instead we are just fitting so many different places in so quickly just because we're constantly on the road and exploring and seeing new places.
I love the days that we drive, and I love that we get to see something new every day. My favorite thing so far has probably been our glacier hike. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll link it right up there. But that was by far my favorite day of the first month of our van trip. I love that we are somewhat self-sufficient, that we have a home that can't get taken away from us. We're not renting it. We'll always have a place to stay. If we do get into hard times, then we have our van that we could live in for a while until we get back on our feet. I love riding the scooter. That's probably one of the funnest things on this trip for me to do, is to just jump on the scooter, go drive on a road. Like when we were in Glacier National Park, I'll link that video too. That was one of the best things, to just jump on the scooter and you have nothing between you and the scenery around you. It's pretty amazing.
So I maybe came into it feeling like I would be in a constant state of excitement or a constant state of like activity or exploring or just like something new all the time. And it is for the most part, but like in our day-to-day life, it's slow. And it's kind of like a learning lesson for me. I think it's really forcing me to really, really learn our motto, be where your feet are. And that's something that is not easy for me. That's something that our culture really doesn't do very well. Or I guess Western culture, our culture, Western culture. And it's something that I need to learn, is to really be present in the moment and to be where I'm at and do whatever it is that I'm doing right then, and to appreciate it for what it is at that time. Even now, just during the trip, I'm always saying things like, oh, I'm just like so excited for when we're in this place coming up, or I'm so excited for when we get to do this. But instead of focusing on where we are right now, because we're probably not going to be here again, like maybe a few places we'll come back to visit, but each day in each place, we're probably never going to be in those places ever again in our lives. So I should be here. I shouldn't be thinking about what I'm going to be doing in a few months from now. I shouldn't be thinking about stuff I'm excited for, which is great. I should be excited, but I should be living right now where I'm at.
The negatives of living in a van, I would have to say, are feeling dirty all the time. I just feel dirty. I know I'm not dirty. We still take showers. We have a shower in our van, but you just don't get to take a really nice, like long shower. It's like a rinse off, soap up, and then rinse off again. So I just feel dirty constantly, and that's not fun. Some other things I don't like is breaking down every week. I think we fixed our fuel pump issue, but we're still breaking down once a week. And although I'm learning a lot when we do break down, it just gets really annoying, and every time it just gets more and more stressful because you never know what's gonna happen or where you're gonna be stranded. And I know we have a home where we can stay, but you just never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
I think the hardest thing for me, dishes is hard. Dishes are really hard because you have a tiny sink and it's just a pain to wash the dishes. And running out of water, which we have done a couple of times now. We're actually out of water right now. We have like half a water bottle full of water, and that's it.
The smallness of the space really doesn't bother me that much. I mean, there are some times, and Kelsey and I have had fights where we're just like in each other's space, but I feel like when we like go to a Starbucks and I go to work and we're kind of separated and doing our own thing, then that really helps. I think it's really important if you're living in a van with another person or in a tight space that you have to still have your own time at least a couple times during the week, so that you're not just with each other constantly all up in each other's business, because then you're just gonna get into fights. It's just gonna happen.
I'm trying to learn stronger self-discipline because our schedules are basically up to us for the most part. So it's up to me if I decide to wake up early or if I decide to waste my morning in bed. And it's up to me if I decide I'm gonna go for a run or if I'm gonna do something I said I was gonna do. It's basically up to me. Overall though, I mean, just actually living this lifestyle is very exciting, and it still feels surreal because it's something I always dreamed about doing, and the fact that we're actually doing it is still, it hasn't quite set in. Even though we've been doing it for a month, it just feels like a long vacation and it's gonna be over any minute, which it won't be. We've got a few months, quite a few months.
I feel pretty good about this whole thing. It honestly just feels like a really long road trip, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's a good thing because you just want to be like having fun all the time, but it's a bad thing because this is our life and we still have to work, and I still have to work for the company that I work for in Portland, and we still have to do our responsibilities. So you can't just throw everything out the window and leave them behind in the last city that you were just in. They come with you because you're not on a road trip.
The opportunities and experiences that have led us to where we are today are just priceless, totally priceless compared to the everyday irritation. Anyways, van life is amazing, but it's not easy, and it's still worthwhile, even though it can be hard, and I'm very grateful that we are here and we have the opportunity to live this lifestyle.
Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it so far. If you guys are interested in it, please leave your questions. We'll try to answer them. We are gonna start doing more videos towards how we do our lifestyle, what we're doing, how we make money, where we stay, how we find out where we stay. So leave in the comments below what kind of videos you guys wanna see, what you guys wanna know, and we will try our best to answer them.